Well, after 16 was already the first breakdown. My first high season was between 12 and 14. I was a so-called Wunderkind, which is very unhealthy. And with 16 was the first time I actually thought, why am I doing this?
Antonia!
Julia!
Nice to have you here, welcome.
Thank you, thanks for having me.
So you're a violinist?
Yes, I'm a violinist and all sorts of different things.
Yes, you're really special, kind of. So was it always your wish to become a violinist or to do something with music?
Well, as soon as I knew that there is such a thing as a violin, yes. But I also thought it would be much easier than it actually was. But
some
here
less
I am.
to practice.
I started at the age of 6 and now I'm 34 and I'm still stuck with my violin. And to be honest, right at this particular moment, I couldn't be happier. I have great things installed and great projects going, so I'm very happy.
Did it develop from something or just...
My brother, I have 2 older brothers, and my brother, the oldest one, he played violin, and there was this big black box on our piano, and I was like, what is in that big black box? So he played something for me, and I was like, I want that too. And yeah, when you say, I want that too, as the only girl in the family, you mostly get what you want. So I got a violin.
And when did you start to play? Like
at the age of 6.
6,
yeah.
That's
and
pretty early, but
I think it's a good age because you can decide on your own.
Yeah.
But you're not aware of what's going to happen with it. You don't know if you're talented or not. And apparently, I was talented.
But it was your own decision, and
it was
like to play it.
But then everything started. It came very fast and evolved very fast. And I was lucky to be able to study with great teachers like Jedermann and Dora Schwarzberg. But I started studying in the University of Music at the age of 8. And this is very early.
Like a young student.
Exactly.
Right?
But I was still in school also, and I had to practice, and I was at university. And I had my violin lessons, and it's a lot of work.
Like every day.
It's a lot of work. I'm basically working, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So you're basically working at a very young age, and this is something you don't know when you think
just see this beautiful instrument, this beautiful dream.
Exactly.
To stay on stage.
You know, violin is very hard to learn. It sounds crappy the first couple of months.
The intonation, right?
Everything, just producing a nice tone. So it was torture for a couple of months, but thank God the talent helped me to become good quite fast. That sounds very eingebildet. But
we are musicians, we have to say that.
No, but thank God it sounded very nice.
But your parents were also musicians, or how did you get to the music?
My father, who actually is a surgeon, wanted to be an opera singer, but he ruined his voice because he was singing all the time and also when he was sick. And I think his father was very happy that he ruined his voice because then he could be a doctor.
Yeah.
And my mother was an art student, a painter, but then she got pregnant.
But they were did something with art.
Very artsy and just very supportive with that thing.
Yeah. And the education was like student in school and afternoon practicing the whole time?
Yeah, more or less. But I was also always I'm not someone who practices very much. I'm very lazy. Maybe also because I had to practice so much at a very early age. But when I was a child and I was tired and I didn't want to practice anymore, I faked falling asleep in, sitting in a chair like this, and then I was like, and my parents were like, oh, poor little baby, she fell asleep, and my father carried me to bed, and then I was in bed being like, gotcha.
Yeah. So. But from the school, what kind of diplomas do you have?
I have no diploma because, to be honest,
because it's really difficult in Germany to grow up as a musician.
Yeah, but
between school and
I dropped out of the normal school at the age of 16 because I had so many concerts and they were not supportive at all. Yeah. Although it was a musical gymnasium, no, they were not supportive. And thank God I'm not stupid. And I think also that you learn better things in life, general and outside of the school than in school. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that school is not important, it's very important. But if you already have a way and your path.
Yeah. But you finished at 16.
Yeah, but I didn't finish. I have nothing in my hands, which is very risky. But thank God I was good in business already, so I had many concerts.
But you have your goals, where to go and what you want to reach.
I knew where I want to go, and I'm following this path.
And after 16 you just jumped in the whole violinist?
Well, after 16 was already the first breakdown. My first high season was between 12 and 14. I was a so-called Wunderkind, which is very unhealthy. And with 16 was the first time I actually thought, why am I doing this? Mm-hmm. And also refusing to do it and really, break out of the whole thing, being a good girl, practicing. I wanted to break out, and I did with 16, 17.
So you had some obstacles
on
the way?
Have. Yeah, sure, of course.
Schools and...
No, mostly myself.
And yourself,
I'm my biggest obstacle.
And also the practice times. I think like when you're an instrumentalist, you have to practice around 9 hours per day.
Yeah.
5,
6.
Some crazy people, 9 hours.
It depends how much you need, but it is something, especially violin or piano, you need to move your fingers. Also trumpet players, they just need to be in training. If you're running for a marathon or training for a marathon, you can't just go there. You need to prepare. So it's the same for us.
Did you have always the same job preparation in your head, or
do you mean where I wanted to go?
Yes, or did it change, or
it evolved?
Yes.
I was always put in that position. You should be a classical violinist, a soloist, and although I'm sound stupid again, I would be good enough to be that. I don't think that this is my stage, but
it's good that you know that.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy playing classical music tremendously, but I do have my metal band. I have different rock band projects. I love theater music. I'm the violinist at Burgtheater. I play at Jedermann here at Salzburg Festival, and I really enjoy that.
So you're really open to any other project?
To any
music
kind of genre. Yes, I am very open because I'm very versatile and I need that. It would get boring to do the same thing, and I'm not the typical classical good girl musician. I'm a crazy little chicken and I need to run around
in an orchestra.
No, that's not for me.
The third role.
Before I'd be a tutti violinist, I would probably be a bank account manager, or I would work in the post office. I want to be free to live my musical self. And if you're in an orchestra, you're
I think
obliged.
it's harder, this life, but it's more free.
Yeah, of course it's harder because you have to look for jobs yourself, and you have to scratch and be like, hey, can I play something for you, maybe for €5? No.
But so far you did a good job. I mean, you played
I can't
in
complain.
big events.
Seriously, I can't complain. I'm a very lucky girl. I worked my ass off for this, but I did some very successful projects already, and I can't complain.
So there was also a crisis management. Like, what did you do for that, or
crisis
how you handled
management?
it?
Well, I have a therapist since I'm 15, and I do lots of yoga.
Also before a performance, when you're playing a performance?
No, before
when
a
you're
performance,
nervous?
it also depends what kind of performance. When
Like
I'm
when
on
you're
stage
playing
with
solo?
a rock band, I have a beer.
Okay.
When I have a solo gig, all by myself, I don't drink for 2 weeks. And seriously, I just go to bed, I focus, because it's very hard to play that virtuoso stuff.
Yeah, and you feel it in the fingers, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you don't treat your body well, you feel it in your fingers.
Mm-hmm.
And so it depends very much on what kind of project and what kind of concert I have.
But also meditation, does it help you? Or?
Yeah, but generally, to be a quiet person.
But I mean, for me, I don't like to listen to music when I'm free or in my freedom.
Yeah.
How about you? Do you listen to music, or to classical music, or to any other music?
I listen to everything.
In your freedom, really?
In my free time, yeah. In the mornings, I listen to the radio because it's very important for me to know what time it is. Because I need to be on time for everything. But it's just like Hintergrundberieselung.
There's just something in the background.
It's like elevator music. I don't really. But when I'm riding my bike, it depends where I go, you know. At the moment, I'm listening to a lot of metal.
All right.
Also to get inspiration.
Because you have the concert or the next project.
Yeah, I just founded a metal band, and we'll start recording in September. And it's a lot of fun. Yeah. So I'm listening to everything, all different kinds of things, classical music as well, but mostly pop stuff, easy listening.
So you can't live without music, though.
I can't live without music. No, I don't want to live without music.
Yeah, because we're so used to it.
Yeah, no,
we spend our whole life.
It's just a part of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that you're sitting on the chair of Karajan?
No.
It was his chair.
Oh shit, it is. Oh my god, okay.
And you told me that you have a...
So I'm actually rubbing my butt where he rubbed his butt.
Okay, tell me when you are finished.
No, that's very impressive.
Yes,
it feels good.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I will steal it.
So you told me that you have kind of a connection to Karajan?
Well, yeah, I was an Stipendiat. I got a scholarship from the Karajan Foundation in Vienna years ago, in my prime time with 16.
So this age.
Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah, so that's my connection, and of course, I know who he is. Who doesn't?
So you listen to his recordings?
I'm very well aware that he had great recordings because my father collected them on LPs.
Okay.
So my childhood was basically filled with him and his recordings. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, well, for me too. Yeah. My mother listened always to his music.
Yeah. Apart from being a great musician and conductor, I think he was a fine gentleman. I think he knew how to live. Yeah. I get the feeling that he was. Yeah. Well, yeah. In general, I think he knew how to make a great time.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here, and thank you for this great interview.
Thank you very much.